Sorry, that is not for me. You too could be sat relaxing on your day off in your Versace dressing gown, reading a book. If that's the type of lifestyle you want, follow this video and I'll show you how you can make money from your side hustle to live a life like this. Only joking, I'm selling this. It's a family member's. He just wanted me to put it on eBay for him, but it is an absolute baller. I don't wear dressing gowns, but you know, if I was gonna, look at this. Wow, wow, wow. I've got a shirt underneath, like Superman. This is like me getting into my work mode. But no, what a lovely dressing gown. Not something I would wear, but I can imagine this is, sorry, I probably keep touching the mic. This is probably very high in demand. So today, I'm going to take you along with me. We're going to do pretty much like a bit of like a vlog style video. I've got quite a busy day. It is my day off, so I do work full time as well as this. So, you know, I've got to be as productive as possible on my day off. So I'll try and get as much footage as I can. Today's video is going to be around how to photo items, to make them stand out, to make them look professional, to get the most kind of eyes on them. And obviously, hopefully that's going to produce the most sales. There's a lot more to it just to get the sale, not just the pictures. I also had to clean my car on the list, washing my car. My car's filthy. But when I've sat down and gone through my to-do list, that's my least priority. I'm going to look like a scumbag for a little bit longer driving around, but washing my car ain't going to make me any money. Ain't going to help me expand my business. So for me today, that's not a priority. You know, that'll come. Hopefully it rains extremely heavily and that does us a favour. But yeah, you got to make sacrifices, get your priorities right, get this video out to you, helping you. That's a priority on my list as well. And grow my business and obviously keeping that consistency. So I've just dropped my boy off at school. I'm outside the supermarket now. So basically going to jump into Aldi, get some bits that we need for later on today because I like to get it done early, especially on my day off. So I can't be bothered later on once I've got like into my jobs and so on. So yeah, we're going to go into Aldi now. When I get home, that's when we'll dig deep into, you know, how to start photoing your items to get the best kind of like, well, the best quality pictures that's going to gain the most attention. And yeah, we'll see you then. Right, so I'm back. Got my shopping done, just ran round. Aldi's always busy, mind, on the morning. And generally it's people who don't look like, you know, the work, you know, people going before work and that. It's generally retired people, which is fair enough. I suppose they just want to do the same what I'm doing today, get your jobs done. Let me reverse first. Yeah, you want to get your jobs done and get them out of the way, especially on a miserable morning like this, you know. I guess when you've got the heating whacked on all day and you've got all your TV programs to watch or whatever it is you do, you know, the last thing you want to be doing is popping out later on to get your shopping done. So just going to head home now. I literally live a couple of minutes away. Well, not even that, like a minute away from the house. Sorry, the shop is literally a couple of minutes away, or a minute or so away from the house. So we're just going to get home. I'll show you what I got. I picked up some little bits. Nothing spectacular, just some, you know, essential top-ups that we need. Let me just concentrate getting it out here because no one likes to let you out. Nope. 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 If I try and look all like sad and nice, try and smile, there you go, smile, and they let you out. I don't think you can see myself, but anyway, yeah, so I got some essential top-ups. I got something I've never had before, just a little cheap little treat for tea, after tea. I'll show you that when I get home. It was majorly discounted, so we'll see what see what that is. It's still in its sell-by date, so you know, it's not like it's out of date or anything. Well, it runs out today. Used by today, so yeah. So yeah, we'll get home, show you what I've got. We'll I'll show you my photo setup. Probably got a little bit of tidying to do as well. I've got other stuff on my list to do also, but you know, we'll tackle it one step at a time. Big car there. Bit of a miserable morning. It's a weird morning. It's dark. It's spitting, but it's probably not milder than it's been. You know, the last few days. There's no ice in the car. But yeah. Anyway, I'll stop rambling on. I'm pretty much home now. Obviously I can't stop recording until I've stopped the car and everything, because you know it wouldn't be right to be messing about with my phone while I'm driving. But yeah, we're here. I'm going to jump into the house and we'll catch you in a bit. Right, so I'm back home, back in the kitchen. I'm going to show you what I've got. We will get into some reselling stuff. We will get into some business stuff. I'll show you what I got from the shop because I'm quite excited about this little treat that I got. But yeah, I've left it out there, so bear with us. And I'm back. It's not that exciting, to be fair. Bananas. A little bunch of bananas, staple every morning. You know, when we breakfast, have a banana. In Aldi, it's really difficult to find bananas that are not all like rotten and all that. You know, but they look like a first time I picked. I'm only like scurrying through them all, like a bit of an idiot. But first one I picked up, and I thought, yeah, look alright then. So I grabbed those. Some high protein veggie things. So kale, that's for one of the animals. We got my son's got a bearded dragon. They like to eat worms and crickets and all that kind of stuff. Live as well, you have to feed them. But they also have like, you know, kale. They have a green diet as well. But they're pretty good, to be fair. Meat-free mince. I mean, I'm not a vegetarian, but we have a mix. I'm a sucker for fizzy drinks. That's my vice. You know, some people it's alcohol, some people it's gambling, some people it's whatever it may be. Mine is a fizzy drink, so try and get 0 sugar. Probably still just as bad for you, but you know, after I've had some food, you know, I'm looking forward to those. Chocolate digestives, little cheap protein drink. I have that when I'm at work on the dinner break. Same again, probably pretty crap, to be fair, but you know, it says it's got protein on it, so it must be good for you. Some coffee. These things here, right? I've seen these all the time, and I've never understood it because it didn't seem like it should be a dessert. But anyway, it's 75% off. No resale value because it ends today. Can't resell this, it's food that I'm going to eat. So yeah, bread and butter pudding. Seen it before. I didn't ever fancy it because it's bread and butter and it doesn't sound like it should be a pudding. But anyway, apparently it's got buttery bread with rich vanilla custard, plump sultanas. Not really a fan of sultanas, I'll be picking those out, and a sprinkle of nutmeg. 75% off. I think they were like £2.19, so I think it worked out like 50 odd pence for one of those. I mean, that's what it looks like there. Not many sultanas to pick out anyway, so that's a good one. So yeah, got 2 of those. I'll maybe give you a food review. Maybe we should be a food critic channel where we go around stores and you know, try foods out and give you our expertise. Just thought I'd show you what I've got for today, and we will get into some reselling stuff now. So the kitchen is my photo area, designated photo area, so it's a bit of a mess. So I want to keep it real. So shopping we did earlier, need to get that put away. And this behind me, that is the photo area that I'm going to transform. There's some items I need to list there as well. So yeah, that's what we're going to get on with now. I'm going to knock out a quick coffee first, just to get some fuel. So just before I go to the reselling stuff, you might hear some little footsteps or little pattering around me when I'm filming today. I am at home, and that's my little boy. Not my boy that I've took to school, this is my other little boy. I say little boy, he's an old man now, but this is me Milo. Yeah, give me the side eye. Yeah, he doesn't like to be alone, he's an old man, and you know, some people just like to chill and be on their own. But this guy, he doesn't. He likes to be around people. I'm probably his least favourite person in the house, but I'm the only person here, so he hasn't got a choice. But he's a good boy, aren't you? You a good boy? You a good boy? You sniffing me out? Yeah. Oh, but yeah, that's my Milo. He's 14 now. Yeah, likes to give the side eye. 14, and yeah, and he's keeping me company today. I'm his only option, so he's a bit gutted, but you'll get over it, won't you, son? You'll get over it, won't you? Got my coffee there. That's my little tripod. Got my setup. So this is a table. Is that okay? So we've changed the table recently. I think it was just before Christmas. We've got a new table for Christmas, which is this. And it's not that wide. So it's pretty good for like jeans and things like that. But if you've got something wide, like a shirt, and you want the sleeves laid out, because I do a flat lay, then that's not ideal, because when you try and take a picture, so you've got to get higher up to get the full shirt in the picture. So therefore you get the the edges of the table, so it's coming out to about here maybe, so you're getting the, you know, the floor and what else is there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a little workaround that I've got. Just get over this mess that I've made, try to tidy up and make more mess. But these here, so basically what I've done is from B&Q, basically I got these large pieces of wood. So that's not actually the texture of the wood, that's a laminate over the top. So basically it was just like I don't know what to call it actually, like just plain board basically, and I think they were about like £8 each, those pieces of wood. So I've got two, and then the laminate was about a £5. So basically, let me sit down here. Basically it's like the wood with the laminate on. I'm going to slide these onto the table. Right, so that's set up. So basically, as you can see, I've got the boards on the table together. So it's a similar style to that. So for whatever reason, if you, I mean, that's pretty wide to be fair, but if your pictures ever did run over, you know, it's not too dissimilar. Going in contrasting directions, but that's fine. So now I can lay my items of clothing on here. I do have the lights, the ring lights on either side. We've got the natural light here. I don't normally use the natural light because a lot of the times I take the pictures on the night. And like I say, I want all my pictures to look pretty consistent. So if I've got pictures that I've taken during the day, and then I've got pictures with the natural, with the natural light, and then I've got the pictures with my ring lights, then it's going to, the contrast of the items and so on is going to look a little bit different. So I like to keep it consistent. So all I'm going to do is close those curtains, close the blinds, close the curtains, turn these ring lights on, and then that's the lighting I'm going to use. I'm just keeping that open for the benefit so you can see me, okay, while I'm doing this. So that's set up there. So as you can see from a bigger point of view, I've got the ring lights either side. I've got this in the middle. I've got a couple of seats. One of a seat why I'm listing the items or why I'm doing it, because sometimes I like to multitask a little bit. I've also, as you can see, I'm higher up. I've also got a step. So the reason I've got this on a table is because of backache, really. You know, I'm getting a bit older. You know, being flat laying on the floor, bending over and picking items up. So I've got a little stool so I can be higher up, and then I can just, you know, take a picture from an angle up here, which I'll try and show you. So it'll look something a little bit like this. Yeah, so I'm above the item like that, and I can get in, and I can zoom in, and so yeah, it's going to look a little something like that. But anyway, I'm going to get an item on there and we'll have a look at that as well. Picked 3 items just to give you a bit of insight of how you'd photo some jeans. I've got a shirt, and I've got this. I'm not just wearing this for, I don't like just getting dressed up in clothing, you know, it's not what I like to do as a kind of like a hobby. But the size of this is a barber jacket. I think it's a double XL, but obviously it doesn't fit me. I'm going to show you how you picture a jacket. So I hope that gives you a bit of variety. So all different, you know, lengths and different ways and different measurements that you can put on your pictures. So yeah, let's get to it. I think first of all, I want to get this jacket off because it's humongous. And you know, I don't want to be getting it dirty because it's obviously been washed, and it's a lovely jacket, lovely barber quilted jacket. So let's get that on the table, like the operating table, and let's get to work. Right, so this is the kind of angle that I'm going to have. So I've got the curtains shut. They're not, I've rushed that, sorry, they're not perfectly shut, but you know, it's going to do for the purpose of what we're doing here. So yeah, ideally you'd want the natural light all the time, but as you know, I work full time, and you know, if you're looking to start this business yourself, you may be, as a side hustle, you may be doing full time yourself as well. So it's not realistic, especially over the winter months and that type of thing. You know, you're never going to be able to take pictures. So to keep them consistent, you know, I'm using the ring lights here. But when you're looking over, you know, you can get a really good view of the jacket in the different areas. So obviously my phone at the minute, it's on like a landscape mode. So ideally when you're taking, well, when you are taking the pictures, you'll have them, you know, kind of this way, but that's going to mess the video up. So it's a bit hard for me to get it on in one shot. Let's see if I can zoom out a bit. Without, as I mentioned before, look, you're going to get the sides of the table, and that's just because I've got it on like this horizontal mode. But you know, your first shot is going to look something like that. You'd move these out of the way. So your first shot is going to look something like that, and then you know you're going to get in close-ups. So we've got a close-up of the top. This is how I normally do it. Second picture, close-up of the bottom, close-up of the sides if there's anything that you need to, you know, get a good idea of, especially if there's any damage or any stains or anything. Things that really sell is obviously there's the Barber logo there, so you'd get a picture of that in there. The buttons, so the buttons got the Barber logo, so you'd want a picture. Obviously there's a little bit of wear on there as well. It doesn't stand out, but under the lights, and this is why the lights are a good thing, because you'll be able to see any damage or anything that you can pop in your photos where potentially, you know, you don't want someone to wanting to return items, even if it's something as simple as that. You know, people can be quite picky if they're obviously buying something online, never been able to see it. So that's a good idea of what the front would be like. What I would also do is let me just see if I can do this, get a picture of any tags or logos. So, you know, on the inside we've got that, so I'd probably snap a picture of that there. With these type of Barber jackets, the little, sorry about the angle there, the little wash tag type thing is inside. So, you know, that's upside down there, but it's the Liddesdale jacket, so that's good for research as well, because now you know what this jacket's called. It's upside down, but I'm sure you can get a gist of that. That's the Liddesdale jacket. Look it up, you can see how much these go for. It's got the wash label, etc. on there as well, so people want to know how they can wash it, and you know, if it's hand wash only or whatever temperatures you needed. So need a picture of that as well there. Anything else on the front, I'd have a picture of it open. So a picture of the front top collar open as well. So if you're going to do that for you, something like that, you know, so they can see it. But also I'd undo all the buttons and get a picture like that as well, potentially. Depends on how many you want to use. I try to utilize all the pictures. You get like 24 on the eBay site, and it does vary. So any little things that stand out. So it's got a little flat bit here that you can take a picture of. So the only tools you need right now is the lights, the background, whatever it is using. Obviously, I'm just using my camera on my phone. As you can see to the side here, I've got a ruler. So a ruler is obviously for measurements. So for example, you could just flip this close there when you're doing armpit to armpit measurements, because that's generally how people measure the size. So you just want to pop that there. And then you've got your inches, which is generally what we'd measure that in. And you're literally just putting it from one end to the other there. So I'm trying to do this with one hand. So that to there. Sorry if this is horrible to watch. So you get something like that. So you can snap a picture like that, making sure you've got, you know, so they can see this part. And then they can measure their own clothing to get an idea of if it's going to fit. You might be wondering why I've got this little 5p. So the 5p is if there's any damage, or you can scale things. So it's a bit hard to see in the picture. I would not necessarily use it on a logo, but for instance, if that Barber logo was a stain, you know, you could put the 5p next to it, put it in your description, small stain, see photos, and then they'll be able to get an idea of how big the stain is, you know, and does it really stand out. So that's why I use a 5p. I think it's really good for scale. On there. Other measurements would be the arm. Yeah, so the arm measurements would look something like that. So you could like snap a picture like that. Just make sure you can clearly see the numbers. So something like that would be absolutely fine. Sometimes some people like to do the width as well. I mean, this is actually double XL, this top, so you know, it is a decent size. So you could get a width picture like that. And when it comes to the back, so I've got a picture there with the ruler on. So we'll do a picture like that without the ruler. Obviously we'll have the camera facing the right way, vertical, so you won't get these edges in. You'll just have the board and the jacket nicely fitting in. But just because of the way I'm recording on the same phone, that would normally take pictures of, so I can't actually do that at this moment. Actually, if I spin it around, will it let me just take a quick picture? Yeah, just because of the angle as well. Video has a different, obviously a different, like, I don't know what the exact wording is, but like a ratio compared to a camera, where the camera would zoom in nicely and just get like a nice box shape around here. So you'd get one like that. Potentially I'd get the full ruler and just here, yeah, and then that's how someone can also measure the back, and then the one without it would just look like that. Yeah, so key points is to obviously make sure you get any stains in there, any damage that you can potentially find. The light's a bit crazy. Any potential damage that you can find. Realistically, think about yourself. How would you like to buy an item from online? If there's just a shirt on a hanger, just sat there in the dark photo, all crinkled and just laying there, then would you potentially purchase that when there was one next door to it, another picture where it's nicely presented, you can see any damage, it's clearly lit, and if it's the same price, which one you're going to buy? So yeah, so it does help having quality pictures. I hope this does help. It does help a little bit to show you. Quite an easy setup here, and you're going to get, for that little bit of effort, me setting this up, obviously it took a little bit of time getting the wood, etc. But once you've got it for good. And I can take this anywhere with me. These are just cheap ring lights. I think they're from Home Bargains. It's like 20 quid. But you don't have to make that investment straight away. No, you can use natural lighting until you start to make some sales and build up some extra cash flow for your business and for your side hustle. So you can use natural light. You can potentially use, other lights that you have in the house as well. So don't worry about investing that much. But when you think about it, 2 of those lights are £20 each, there's 40. The ruler was a tenner online, there's 50. The 5p, well, 5p. So should we include that? £50 and 5p. And the wood, I believe, was £10 each piece of wood. And then the laminate as well. So yeah. And then you're going to get yourself some good quality pictures like that. I'll quickly run through what it looks like on a pair of jeans and a shirt, for example, and then obviously I think you get the gist of it. Just have a bit of pride in the photos that you're taking. It's all about the service. You want to stand out, and I think you're going to get more sales, you're going to get less returns, and yeah, and overall a better business. Set your standards high. You'll find that you'll reap the rewards of that going forward. Just one more tip on regards to pictures as well. When you're taking a picture on your phone, if that's what you use, your phone, you can change like the size of the picture. So I think there can be like 3.4 or 9 point something. I don't know what is all full screen. So they tend to be, the one that I use is 1.1. So it makes like a little square. And the square is ideal because it fits nice on the eBay page, whether it's on the mobile app or on the the desktop version, and it does get the clothing in ideal. It's like it ends up being in the box. So try changing your ratio to 1.1, and honestly you'll notice the difference. It's a lot easier to get the item in the full square as well, and it's just the perfect size. So yeah, that's it. That's my setup. Very straightforward. Hopefully it's helped a little bit. My idea is to try and help you get to start a successful reselling business. I know there's a lot of videos out there where, the majority of videos are around about like charity shop hauls or going to the car boot sales with the GoPros on and show you what's sold as well at the end of the videos, that type of thing. And I can do that if you want to see that. These, there's tons and tons of that. So please look it up, UK resellers or eBay resellers, whatever it is you want to search on YouTube. But the idea of what I wanted to bring to these type of videos is to help you get to that sale. So, you know, you can have all those items in your wardrobe, or you could spend a whole day, you know, car booting or going to charity shops, but that doesn't guarantee anything. Neither does this, to be fair, but it gives you the strongest opportunity to make the sale. You need to know what you're doing with those items. You need to know how to photo them. You need to know how to list them, which we'll go into to future videos, you know, with keywords and the algorithms, etc. So it's not just about getting the sale. The sale is the prime goal, and it's nice to see that. But I think, you know, what would add a lot of value to that is how do you get to that sale, and how, you know, it's a competitive world as well, how you can beat someone else to that sale as well. And, you know, if we're both selling a Gucci shirt, you know, what's going to make you buy mine over, you know, the other reseller on there. I know we're all a community, but we're all also here to make money, and we're all here to, you know, fund our lifestyles. Yeah, so I guess we'll call it a day. I'm going to grab some lunch. Hopefully this video doesn't knock you to sleep. Listen to me, you know, badger on about taking photos. It sounds so simplistic, to be fair, but I think there's a bit of an art to it. And, you know, you see them, you know, you go on to eBay and you go on to Vinted and wherever, and you can see the ones who have pride in what they're doing, and they're taking it seriously. So thank you so much for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, please do. I think I've got 9 subscribers, which one might be me. But yeah, if you need anything from me, drop a message in the comments, and I'll be happy to try and help. I'm trying to gradually get through the processes of reselling. Next, I guess we'll look at listing and how to correctly list an item to get, you know, the best opportunity to make a sale. And then we'll just continue, and hopefully we'll all grow together. Thank you very much. Just one more thing before I leave you. Sorry, that is not for me. It's literally bread. I didn't realise. I know it's bread and butter, but I thought it'd be like kind of like the same ingredients that you make in bread, but it was literally slices of bread with like custard on. So yeah, that's my update. That's my food critique. I'm gonna go and get some digestives.